Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and I'm a huge Eurovision fan, and I am super excited because in just 2 days time I will be heading off to Malmo to cover Eurovision as fan media. So if you're interested in following the journey, seeing what's happening in rehearsals, hearing what's going on behind the scenes, reactions to what's hitting, what's being maybe talked about more, and what's maybe slipping down people's radars a bit, stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and come with me on the journey to Malmo. Today, before I go and before the first rehearsals, which will start tomorrow, which is September. Well, it's not September. Tomorrow is Saturday, the 27th of April. And we will have the beginning of the rehearsals starting with semi-final one tomorrow. And before that kicks off, I want to get some pre-rehearsal predictions of qualifiers and non-qualifiers for both semi-finals. I have done my semi-final one predictions. You can find that video in this card up here that I'm going to link to. And on first glance, semi-final two seems a lot easier to predict. At least if you look at the odds. If you look at what people are hyping and what's not being hyped, semi-final one is a mess. Semi-final two seems pretty simple, right? Well, I think when we do this exercise of the tier list that you see in front of you, and look, considering also the orders, like the first half, the running orders, the first half and the second half, and also specifically in the second half, the run of it goes from Spain, San Marino, right through until the Netherlands closing the show. Currently, I think pretty much all of the countries, apart from maybe San Marino, is predicted if it's in there. I can't remember if San Marino's before or after Spain, but they're all apart from San Marino predicted by the odds to qualify. Is that going to happen? Will all of those songs qualify? Well, let's see. We have the running order. Well, we don't have the running order exactly in front of us, do we? No, we don't. The running order is Malta kicking off the first half of the second semi-final, followed by Albania, and then Switzerland, Greece, Czechia. Then we have a big sixth country of France, following Czechia. France is followed by is it Austria? I think it's Austria, then Denmark, then Armenia. And then in the second half, we kick off with Latvia. And then I think we have Spain, followed by San Marino. And then after San Marino, we go where? Georgia, I think. Followed by Belgium and Estonia, or the other way around. Why do I not have this order up on the screen in front of me? And then we have Italy, and then I think we're finishing after Italy with Israel, followed by Norway, followed by Netherlands. I think that's broadly the order. Why do I not have that running order in front of me? I have the wrong picture here. Anyway, broadly we know where we are. So let's jump straight in with these definite qualifiers and definite non-qualifiers, as we did with the first semi. What do I think are going to be definite qualifiers out of this semi? I think that we can safely say that the Netherlands will be a definite qualifier. Then I would also add Switzerland as a definite qualifier. I think I'm going to have a lot of likelies because there's songs in here that I'm like, yeah, they're going to qualify, but am I definite 100% sure? On the borderline for me right now is Greece. You know what? I think I'm adding Greece to definite qualifier for me. I think Greece is qualifying. It's not my style of song, but and it's going to be very experimental. So maybe after the rehearsals, this will change. But for now, I think it's a clear qualifier. Then definite non-qualifiers. See, this is where it gets hard for me, because I cannot really see an absolutely definite non-qualifier. People will tell you Czechia, San Marino, Malta, Latvia, Denmark. Others will tell you that Belgium is definitely not qualifying, or Austria is definitely not qualifying. The only one that I think at this stage that I would put as a definite non-qualifier, and this is due to running order and just where the country finds itself in the running order, is not ideal. Because it's between one of the favorite songs, well, two of the favorite songs actually. One of the favorite songs is competing in the semi-final and the Big Six country, and that's the Czech Republic. I think I'm going to put Czech Republic as a definite non-qualifier. I love that song. I love it. I love Aiko. I just can't see a path for the Czech Republic. So I'm going to put Czech Republic as definite non-qualifier at this stage. Let's see what happens on the stage. They are known to pull off miracles on stage, like a number of other countries. One other one which I will mention, which should really, in my view, be like a definite non-qualifier, but I'm not putting it there because I just don't trust that it will not qualify. It's not that I dislike the song, it's just that I'll explain when I get to it. Okay, let's see with the likely qualifiers. So we have 7 spots remaining. From my perspective, the likely qualifiers are Estonia, Norway, Israel, Armenia, Belgium, Georgia. Is Georgia likely or borderline? I think it's likely. You see how like quickly you just lose spots in this semi-final? Okay, let's keep it like that for now. Maybe I add to the likely in a bit, but for now let's leave it like that. Let's go to likely non-qualifiers. Here is where I'm going to add 3 countries, at least 3 countries, I think, 2 of which really pain me to add, but I just don't see a path. The first one is Latvia. I just think it's got a really tough running order spot at the start of the second half of the show, followed by a run of like songs that are going to qualify. It will stand out as a male, solo ballad style song, but it's so soon after France and Slimane. It's only 4 songs after. That I don't think it's enough time to give people that break from France. So I think it's likely not qualifying, as much as Dawn's is a legend, and I would love Latvia to qualify. I just can't see it this year. I don't see a path. And what also really hurts me, because this is one of my favorite songs this year. If you've seen my top 15 video, which I'll also link, I don't think San Marino's gonna qualify either. I think it's a likely non-qualifier. And the third one I'm going to add, and people will probably disagree with this, but the reasons are running order slot again. And I think that the revamp on this particular song has a lot of people do enjoy it more, but I don't think it's going to necessarily translate into more people voting for it. I think if it had been kept in its original form, uh, it could have stood a better chance. But no, I just don't. I just don't see the pathway for this to qualify, and that's Albania, Bessa, who's a legend as well. I just don't see a path. Slot two, death slot, followed by Greece and Switzerland, two of the heavyweights in this year's competition. So yeah, likely NQ for me, Albania. Then we have three slots left and four countries. We have Austria, Georgia, Malta, and Denmark. If you were to say to me, out of those four songs, what is your favorite song? To me, it's Denmark. But I'm not the casual viewer. I'm not the person that's going to be voting at home. Um, I'm also not a typical Eurovision, like Eurobubble fan. I've just watched over three girl bops for a power song that I just love. So who out of those four will go through? I think I think I'm putting Denmark as borderline because I'm just going to be a wild optimist. Borderline non-qualifier, sorry to be clear. I think it's going to struggle, but I just think it has potential. Let's see what they're able to do on stage, and how Saba is able to perform. But yeah, borderline. And then borderline qualifier. I mean, actually, I feel like this is more likely than borderline, but I'm gonna put it in borderline anyway because I am waiting to be convinced by the potential votes going for it. Also, because of its running order this year compared to last year, it's Austria. Borderline qualifier. First half, seventh in the running order. Sixth by numbers, but seventh because it's just after France. I think that's a bit of a problem that it's just after France and just before Armenia, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Armenia is going to blow people away when they hear it. And I fear that that could be to the detriment of Austria. Georgia. Now, there's a song that I just is just not a song for me at all. It's for me, I heard it and I was like, nope, I do not like this song. And it's nothing to do with the vocals, the artist, or anything. It's just this, the type of song that it is just not for me. So I was like, yeah. I mean, if Georgia does what it did last year and doesn't qualify again, then I don't mind this year. Last year I really liked the song. Then I heard Nutsa in Amsterdam. And I don't see how this doesn't qualify unless there's some disastrous staging. And because of Georgia's track record, I know like you shouldn't always take this into account. It has a great running order spot. The vocals are going to be amazing. The choreo will be great. This is going to be one of the standout performances. I see something like Eleni Ferreira with Georgia this year happening when we get rehearsals. But can Georgia pull that off? Not Nutsa, but the Georgian delegation. Can they pull it off? That's the question. After rehearsals, this will go one of two ways. For now, borderline, yes. I mean, I would put it likely if it was another country that was behind the staging of it. Not that I think that the Georgian delegation is making mistakes all the time or anything. I just given the track record of the past few years, and especially what happened last year, which with a seemingly safe qualifier, things just didn't work, and we don't really know what it was. And I think there were combination factors, but definitely the staging was one. That's why it's borderline for now. But I think it'll go to likely or definite after rehearsals start. Then we're left with Malta. Does that give me a spot for Malta as a borderline qualifier? Wait. Netherlands, Switzerland, Greece, Estonia, Norway, Israel, Armenia, Belgium, Austria, Georgia. It doesn't. No, that's 10. Oh, poor Malta. I think this is also going to shock people in a really positive way. I can see a slight path for Malta. It's opening the show. It's followed by a song that I think is going to not qualify in Albania. So it's got the limelight for a while. The choreo is amazing. Sarah is incredible. I mean, compare all you want to other dance breaks or from other years, but this is this year. I think, will Colleen and Nutsa upstage in choreo or in vocals? I mean, this is a real battle between Austria, Georgia, and Malta in terms of gaining the votes. And I think especially Georgia and Malta in terms of those televotes. So we'll see with rehearsals. But for now, unfortunately, because actually Malta, after the pre-parties, became my favorite of the girl pops. Pre-parties, it was Austria. Post pre-parties, it was Malta. Austria second. And Georgia still low down just because I don't like the song, but like I am recognizing that this is going to be something special even for someone that doesn't like the song. So yeah, there we have it. So that's I think I'm going to leave it like that with my predictions of definite qualifiers being Netherlands, which is closing the show, Switzerland, which is performing fourth, and Greece, which is performing third. Likely qualifiers, that run of songs towards the end. So you have Netherlands, obviously, Norway, Israel, and then Belgium and Estonia are together in the running order. Armenia is ending the first half, so also quite close to that bunch. Borderline qualifiers, Austria, as I said, could be disadvantaged by its running order between France vocally and Armenia for the fun. Austria is supposed to be a fun song. We will rave, but I think people will warm to Armenia more in the charisma department because Jacqueline, like live in Madrid, the charisma is like Mimi Cat last year from Portugal. Just draws you in with her this infectiousness, and you just find yourself smiling to it. Armenia for me this year is my biggest grower, and it was because when I saw it live I was like, wow. I mean, you made a song that to me was just okay. You made me really love listening to it and want to hear and watch you perform this again. So Austria could lose out because of that. Belgium, people are talking about as potential non-qualifier. I just don't see it. I don't see how it doesn't qualify. The song, first of all, is too good in quality. I don't have the same concerns as others do about Musti's vocals. I just don't see how it's not going to qualify. Same with Estonia. I mean, people are talking about Estonia not qualifying. I'm sorry, people, you're living in another world. This is definitely qualifying. This is like Trenitul, 2024 version. Folk, dance, you know, dancing around with different instruments, traditional instruments, and fun. And I don't, why people don't see that this is like a very almost definite qualifier, I don't understand. Norway is one where I don't know how the public will receive it, honestly. That could actually drop to borderline. But I'm hopeful that it actually goes up to definite of the song. I'm sad about San Marino. I'm sad about Denmark. I'm sad about Malta. On the other hand, I can live with Czech Republic not qualifying this year. I love the song itself. It's the genre that I love. I really hope Aiko brings an incredible performance and just wows everyone. But it's a song that I can happily enjoy in the semi-final. I don't need to see it in the final. At the same time, as a rock fan, I'm sad to see that like potentially we lose San Marino and Czech Republic. As long as we get Norway, Estonia, Belgium, uh, we're good, I think. Denmark, as I said, and I love the Danish song. I'm really sad that I don't predict it qualifying at this point. Let's see what happens after the rehearsals, and as the rehearsals get going. Well, people say Malta struggles with televotes. Yes, it does, generally. But it won its semi-final in 2021, and in the public vote, it got 10 or 12 points, I can't remember which, from both Belgium and Netherlands. So, and I think other countries in this same semi-final gave it like really high points as well. So it can access those public votes with a song that people can relate to. Yes, Destiny had a song called Je me casse, which is going to attract, Belgian French voters or people that speak French. So yeah, let's see. I'm not as downbeat about Malta's televote potential as others. I am as downbeat as others on San Marino's televote potential. I'm not as optimistic as others on Albania's televote potential this year. Denmark, it's always on the borderline. Denmark. Last year it was borderline as well. In terms of predictions, I mean, pre-rehearsals. Most people had a borderline qualifying. I didn't. I was sure Belgium was going through. So yeah, again, we have Belgium and Denmark. Same semi this year. I mean, I'm sure Belgium is going through. Denmark, I would love to go through this year, but I just don't see a path at the minute. Let's see with rehearsals. This is recorded. This is locked in pre-rehearsals predictions of the 10 qualifiers, and yeah, let's see. I will do an updated prediction when we get to probably the Wednesday or the Thursday, the 8th or the 9th of May, just before the semi-final. I will do an updated prediction of second semi-final. The first one will have been done. That would be useless to do a second, to do a prediction when it's finished of the first. So yeah, let's see how rehearsals go. As we know, rehearsals can change everything. At the moment, my predictions are the same as the odds predictions, actually, but I think it's closer than the odds are showing at the minute. I think there's more potential there. Thank you for tuning in. The next video I do will probably be from the ground in Malmo. So as I said, subscribe for all the Malmo content, everything that's going on in the lead up to the first week of dress rehearsal. So this week now is the behind closed doors rehearsals, where you only get like snippets of things, and we don't have access to the press center until I think it's the Saturday, the 4th of May. So this week is really, artists have time to kind of test things out and practice things, and it's very limited in terms of what information gets out there. But I'll be on site, so maybe I hear some whispers, or there, like last year, there were rumors going around, true or false, about different songs. Oh, this is doing well, this is struggling, or this is not working right. Let's see what it's like on the ground. Going there on Sunday, and the next video will come to you from Malmo. Thank you for tuning in. Love, peace to everyone, and see you in Malmo. Bye.